Hey everyone, this is Alex from Jar, and today with me I've got,
Jamie.
and over on Skype we have,
Bitch,
also known as,
Ruben. I just insulted myself.
yeah, I'm not sure,
Good job.
but anyway, we're reviewing Forza 5 today for the Xbox One, and I have to commend this game for something. Can you guess what that is?
Making you like Forza?
Making me like a Forza game. Whoever thought that I'd ever actually play a racing sim
And
that
give
is
a shit.
Mario Kart? And not say that Mario Kart's a racing sim, a racing game. I just don't really like races that much, but this game though is really good overall. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
Yeah.
I know people like Forza, obviously, and but we've never really been that interested in it before.
Yeah!
You've played them before, haven't you, Ruben?
Yeah!
The old-
Yeah, I have. I played Forza 3 when it came out, and, I was just like, whatever, I've only just got my Xbox, and I'm like 12 years old. That was that. And that was that, yeah. Forza 4 didn't bother with. Got Forza Horizon, and I didn't really enjoy that one. For some reason, I much prefer having just tracks that you go around, which is weird, to be honest, that I prefer that, but that's what I preferred, so I didn't really get into Forza Horizon.
I've never even played a Forza game before. I just played the demo of Horizon a few times, and that was my previous Forza experience in a nutshell.
That was a pretty good demo, though, so.
Yeah, it was a cool demo. Anyway, so it's a racing sim, and they're striving to be like the best of the best, like most detail, tracks, cars, everything. Got Richard Hammond and
Well, most quality tracks and most relevant cars. They didn't take the Gran Turismo approach of we'll have just thousands of cars. This seems to be the way it is anyway. Thousands of cars that are like the same but slightly different.
so they go for quantity over quality, and here it's quality over quantity.
And they're still
still
quite a huge mass.
Like I didn't get the complaint about there not being enough cars in this game, but
It's the
There
races,
are a lot.
It's the lack of races that.
or both.
Yeah, there
We're
aren't
getting
actually
ahead of
that many
ourselves
tracks.
here.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's the each car, like when you go from a bad car to a good car, or like a lower performing car to a better performing car, you really feel the difference, and you have to sort of almost practice in. You have to
Each
get
class.
used to using that class after using the one before it, which I think is good. It adds a whole new layer.
With each different car, it's almost like playing the game again.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't mind the amount of maps that there are, because each time you use a different car, you're driving in a very different way, which I didn't get bored of. I'm not getting bored of. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm racing like slower cars, or I know I'm not going to enjoy racing particularly there, I'll just put something on in the background. So
yeah.
it's all just for me. Eventually, it's sort of turning into one big old grind. Like I want to get money, so I can get the fastest car. That's my thing.
But yeah,
That's my goal in Forza.
we're pre-patch at the moment, though, aren't we? Because they're going to make it so you get more money for doing things.
Probably by
Yeah.
the time this is up, the
Yeah.
update will be out, so you
Yeah,
get more
probably.
money. But one of the most interesting
And
things
cars are cheaper.
one of the most interesting things they've added to this game is the stupidly named feature Driver Tars. It's a really dumb name, but the feature itself is cool because what it does is it's like an algorithm that is assigned to your gamer tag, so it sort of learns how you drive, roughly, sort of things that you do, and then it just sends it out into the clouds and races against other people. So even when you're not playing the game, your weird cloud-based version of you is out there racing, and when you come back on the game the next day, you'll have some credits earned, which is really
It's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and it tells you how many races that you've done, which is also pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's a really sort of unique
Yeah.
AI thing. I've
And-
never seen that. Like having an AI learn from players and then actually putting it out there into just the community is a really cool thing I've never seen before. And I'd like wave for other games to do that. Like imagine Gears of War in the next one if they have like AI that learns how tense that could be in just AI matches and stuff like that.
Fuck that. I couldn't. No. Gears of War has never been my strong suit.
And so you don't have like this is a racing sim, so you don't have like a story mode or anything like that.
No,
It's based in
it's career mode.
it's what you call careers. So it's like you choose a car of a certain class, which can only you go into that class if it's of a certain sort of quality, sort of speed, build, and then you do about 10 or less races in a row, and you just keep going, getting gold.
Yeah.
Silver. It's like,
Yeah.
do you want to describe it?
Shit, I forgot what I was going to say. No, but they've changed it as well, haven't they? So you get the same amount of money for coming first, second, and third.
Well, they've split it into sections.
Yeah,
So you've got gold, silver, and bronze.
Which ties in with the driver tiles, because now with them being more challenging, it's you don't have to get into first to get the decent money.
Yeah, you just got to get into top 3.
Yeah, which is cool. But yeah, the career mode, at the start of each one, you get someone from Top Gear telling you about those cars.
Which the first time was cool, but every other time after that, it's
I
just annoying.
think
I'm not a Top Gear sort of guy, so
a lot of people that bought the game will probably be into that stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
I just can't be bothered to listen to them. I just want to get straight into the car picking bit.
It's kind of annoying that you can't skip it, but whatever. It's still something more rather than it is taking away, because people are going to love the fact that they're in it.
Yeah,
because they're funny and all that, and they're the people you want to be hearing in a driving game and that.
Yeah, and that, and that.
But I think I was sort of really, really impressed by the detail on every single car.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're getting so close to looking like a real car.
Some of the like pictures people take,
Yeah.
picture mode, photo mode, whatever, it just looks like, oh, that just looks like a real car.
yeah, they're that detailed, and when you have the option to like go and fly around in a little sort of theater mode thing around any car you want, open the doors, open the bonnet,
The Forza Vista.
Yeah, and you can just go into everything, and if you're like a big car nut, I'm sure that would be a really cool feature for you. And it just looks, it's the most detailed sort of graphical thing that I've probably seen. It's a good start for the next generation in terms of
And pricks like that.
detail and just amazing looking graphics, which,
And that Forza Vista thing will be something that pricks like our good old buddy James will just love. Just going to mention him there, so if he ever watches this.
And there's that fine-tuning thing as well, isn't there?
Oh yeah, you change the camber and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know, so...
I didn't even know a lot of that stuff either.
Negative camber handles better, slower on straights. That's what negative camber does.
I will say that when I first started playing the game, I was not liking it at all. I was actually really negative against it because it's not very accessible. Like, to someone like me who's never played one before, it's not really... While you can scale the difficulty so it's really low and easy, I just wasn't having much fun, but you have to just keep doing a few races and then you get into it and then it's fine, but I did not find it very accessible at all at the beginning.
Usually, I mean, the reason I got into it is because initially I had 3 games at launch, but I was one of the lucky few to have a broken disk drive, so I could only play the downloadable game, which was Forza, because I got that with my console. So that was the only reason I managed to persevere, where it was all I had.
Yeah.
So in the place of anything else to do, that's what I did.
I really like the way, though, in saying that, while it's not accessible for new people, for the people that do really like it, you can fine-tune how you want to play it. Like, you have the racing line, which guides you on when you should be braking, where you should be in the middle of the track, and so on. And you can, like, turn that off. You can turn off, I don't know all the jargon, like the...
ABS, STM...
all this car stuff, basically. And when you...
all assists off.
Yeah, the more assists you turn off, the more money you get at the end. So there is an incentive to do.
Yeah, if you have all assists off, you get a 65% bonus.
Exactly. So,
but one of those assists is like petrol and actual damage to your car.
So it does sort of tempt you to like, okay, I really want to get good at this now, so I can turn all of the assists off and then get that extra money, so I can buy the next car I want or whatever, which is really cool.
That does make it more accessible, though, doesn't it? Like,
yeah. I'm just talking about when you first get into the game. There's like no demo. Not demo.
There's one kind of race they just throw you into, and like in the cover car, and that's.
I think if it had like a really detailed tutorial that's like optional on the side, I'd really have appreciated that. But as it is, I'm sure, yeah. If you've played one before, you know it's going to be, because it's not like majorly different like we're seeing with most sequels. I'm sure if you've played Forza 4, you're going to jump straight into this and have no problems whatsoever. Any of the Forzas, in fact. I mean, I've never played one, so does that apply? Like,
I don't know. Wait, I'm not really sure.
It's pretty much the same controls. You got the same sort of idea with the racing line and the assists and everything. Like, I'm sure someone who's like really into Forza 4 could easily hop into this game.
Yeah.
And they all persevere. Like,
they definitely change enough though for it to be its own sequel.
Oh yeah, it's definitely yeah. I mean, the graphics alone would be worth it even if they hadn't added like the drivatar and all the better looking scenery and stuff.
Well, apart from the people who are just 2D images, which I kind of like because it looks funny.
I get why they did that though.
Yeah,
3D people could just look kind of weird.
Yeah, and 2D people are just easier for them to put into just whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Do you care when you're flying past them at 200 miles per hour? No.
Okay, while I do like this game, there are a couple of things that did sort of bother me, especially at first. And the first one being the music. I really, really dislike the music in this game. I mean, I'm close to hating it.
Wait, I mean, there's the in race music and there's menu music. And did you hate both? Because I thought the in race music was just kind of like.
Yeah,
I mean,
I turned as much off as I could because I really hate hearing it. It just drove me crazy because there's not enough of it either for it to be varied enough.
Well, no, you'd be surprised. It'd be amazed at the amount of tracks there are in that soundtrack. It's just they all sound the same. Yeah.
So it's like, why couldn't you have some variety in there with some, I don't know, some licensed music or something?
Yeah, that
always makes racing so much better. Like even in the demo of Horizon. Just having those like songs in the background made it so much more sort of blood-pumpingly fun or whatever to make it.
Well, hearing music that you like or whatever, not
just whatever. There's
a certain thing like when you're playing a game and you can hear a good soundtrack. For example, that's like epic if you want. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Do people say epic still?
A good soundtrack can just enhance something to the point where it takes it to another level. So,
but they didn't really get it with Forza, and it's in a racing game. When I'm driving really fast, or when I'm shooting at people, I don't want that kind of music. I want stuff that I like to listen to.
Yeah, I think music is really important, especially for a racing game like this, where you are doing the same races
over
a few times,
over and over again.
Yeah, and also there's only one like weather effect, which is. Just like it's like early
sunny
morning sort of.
I mean, I like how it's early morning sun on all of them, apart from Silverstone, where it's just overcast grey clouds.
Yeah,
because Britain.
Yeah. No, which is a shame because it could have really been a way to show off like.
Forget about it raining. England rain
maybe
works far better.
Stuff like that. But then I guess then they're in a place where they have to then adjust it because when you're driving in the rain, then your stopping speed is like doubled, isn't it?
Yeah,
and stuff like that, and they'd have to.
So if that's something for Forza 6. That's just not until then.
I don't see why they couldn't. Well, I do see why they couldn't, but
what was it? 9 months per track?
If they patched it in or something, because they have said that some of the really famous tracks, like the Nürburgring.
Yeah, they said they got it embarrassingly wrong or something, didn't they?
Like they've been working on it, but it just wasn't accurate enough because it takes them 9 months apparently per map. You can believe
they laser scan it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So you'll probably recognize these, but me being I'm so not a car person. That's not even a thing for me. But if there were a couple more maps, that would have been nice. But it's not. It's not really a big deal in the end. It's not gonna. It shouldn't be a reason for you not to get this game.
I think if they add more but charge you for it, that'll piss me off.
Yeah, if they add, say, a load of them and you pay £1, I can deal with that. Or just give them a couple.
Even that, though, because
just make them free. Just
Yeah,
fuck
they
it
should.
about and just make them free.
Because they should be there anyway.
That's one bullshit thing. You can pay for cars, and some of them.
Yeah, we've got another case where
very
a
expensive.
AAA game, it has fucking microtransactions and DLC shoved in your face from the very beginning, and it's just...
It's not even.
And it's not even like the DLC is masked. It's like it shows you them in the car list, and it'll just say
you
DLC.
don't have an option to hide it. You don't have an option for it to just bugger off.
And it's not like you buy the DLC pack and you instantly get that car in the garage. It's you buy the DLC pack, then you got to buy it with your in-game money as well.
I'm getting
really
really
real money if you're a dick.
Every game is doing this now. This whole like, hey, you can earn credits in game. It takes a lot longer though. You could just speed it right up and buy some of our weird in-game token currency and get it for way less, but you're still spending loads of money.
I think it costs £60 to get 30,000 credits and another 30,000 on top of that in Forza or something like that.
It's tokens though, isn't it? So you can.
Tokens. Sorry,
for less.
Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah,
But like some of them cost like 10,000.
Yeah, that's the Ferrari 250
10,000.
GTO. The Ferrari 250 GTO costs like 10,000 tokens or 6 million in-game monies.
Yeah, which it just takes so long to get.
They're halving it though next week. Not even halving it.
Like huge game like this should not be having microtransactions shoved in your face from the very beginning. Hide them away in a menu that I don't want to see. Just make it. It's not like they've made it so it takes a ridiculous amount of time to earn money. You're rewarded, like fairly, I think, at the moment. Even now, you level up quickly. You get lots of credits for leveling up, and
and they're making it more, aren't they? I mean, at the moment we get 15,000 credits per level we go up, and now they're going to make it 35,000.
And also, if you do plan on getting this game, make sure you use the rewards website they have. With this game, because you do get they're giving away like millions of credits, which really does help and make it a lot more fun.
And if it's
straight in,
if it's not working for you and it won't let you redeem your rewards, just try it in different browsers until one works. Just going to say that for anyone who has the same problem I had, where Google Chrome just wasn't having it and Mozilla Firefox was fine.
Right. So, anything else you guys want to add? Because I've pretty much gone through everything.
Without getting too specific into it, and it would only be a discussion that people that have played it would understand. Yeah, there's nothing I can say now, really.
So, I'm going to wrap it up then.
Yeah.
Wrap it up like a Christmas tree.
Yep.
Wait, what? Wrong one. Like a Christmas present that you put under that tree.
I have to commend it for getting me into racing games, into Forza specifically. I'll definitely be interested in, getting more maps and the sequels and everything, and it's really fun to play. It's amazingly good looking. All the cars are really detailed. It does have. It's not perfect.
Just like myself.
It's not perfect though. It's got its problems. So I'm going to come in at the end of just a sort of shit. It's really good, a good launch title. Definitely one you should pick up, but it has its problems.
It's hard to say because I'm not hugely into cars. It's a fun game. I've played it a fair amount, and if I was into cars, because I can see how amazingly good this is, I'd give it the lightest beige, but I'm just going to go light beige because I don't really see myself playing this in like 3-4 months, to be honest.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a really good, because I reckon I'll still be playing it in many months.
Cool, so that's Forza 5. Definitely a very positive launch title.
Yeah.
Definitely compared to some of the previous generations of things. So, yeah, if you've got an Xbox One, definitely consider getting this game, even if you're not a huge fan of races like I was, because even they won me over. So, Ruben, you want to end with something stupid, like you normally do?
I hadn't actually prepared for this, so...
Ad-lib.
uh...